Look at these idiots! Hey, my grand!
Jean, thank you so much for chatting with me.
Thank you.
The film is obviously just so sweeping and towering, and you get to play this kind of amalgamation of gossip columnists who hold so much power and sway.
Right.
And along the way, Eleanor, your character, gets to do some kind of unsavory things, really making or breaking someone's career. But as a woman, she does not have a lot of options in Hollywood to, ensure her stability. So I wonder if you would talk a little bit about those complexities.
Yes, I think that you sort of see in that last big scene between her and Brad, or Jack, I think you see her kind of, she reveals something about herself in that scene, because she starts out, it's almost like she's impatient with the fact that he's not being realistic about his career, and the fact that his new movie's a flop and all of that. But at the same time, by the end of the speech, you see that she's just as caught up in this magical thing called movies as anybody. I mean, she talks about angels and ghosts and being immortal on film, where you're literally somebody who wasn't even born yet will come across you in 50 years and feel like they know you, and that is what I guess is so fascinating about movies. Because when you think about when people first made movies, it must have been just astonishing to watch a person moving on a screen.
Right.
I mean, that must have been, so it didn't matter what they did. People would watch anything. They'd watch someone just, as they did back then, just sort of walk into a room and sit down, and or a train coming at the camera, or a streetcar going by. I mean, it just must have been mesmerizing.
Yeah.
And you think of how sophisticated movies are now, and in such a short period of time. But that idea of you're looking into the past, kind of, when you're watching a movie, you're catching that moment that will never happen again.
And I wonder if you would talk, as someone who's been in the business for quite some time, and you're playing this character who holds this kind of power. What was that like for you to be on that side of it? I mean, I'm sitting in this chair right now, but I promise not to do anything unsavory. But
please don't.
But to be on the other side of it and play this character.
It's true, because actors, I have found, at least in my experience, that actors kind of infantilize themselves a little bit, and I think it took me a very, very, very long time to not think of sort of like, well, we're the kids, and the directors and the producers are the grown-ups, and you kind of are, they hold all the cards. I've recently started producing, so I sort of feel like a grown-up for the first time in this industry. But it's true in a way. When you look at any other artistic endeavor, actors have to be given permission to do what they do. They have to sort of be invited and asked to do what they do, whereas a painter can paint all day long if he wants, or a musician can write or play, or but actors are sort of in this unique position of not being able to. I mean, yes, I suppose you could put together a one-man show, but that's about it. You have to be invited to do what it is you're just dying to do.